That's not
what we're
this
into.
podcast,
No,
but she
that's
will
not
not talk housewives. Trust me. I mean, Kim knows really well. I've had lunch with her with you. She would come on. She just does not want to talk it. Second of all, well, I mean, and I'm not taking Margaret's side. Trust me, I haven't spoken to Margaret in forever. I just think the argument for Margaret would be that Siggy implied that she was anti-Semitic. I'm just telling you, that's because you said she did nothing to her. I'm just in Margaret would say that Siggy implied she was anti-Semitic. I can't remember. I literally have every show here in front of me, plus every other network show so I really don't remember the exact thing. So I don't even remember how that went down to even give an opinion.
All right, so you know what? Why don't we tell, because our listeners are phenomenal. Can you guys pull up the
They're
tape?
gonna know. Like I said, can I just say?
And tell us.
Because I said
what happened there.
In the moment, because I mean, I can't think of everything at once, guys. I interview like this one and that one. And, I said like what housewife went from like, a housewife to a friend and then back. Okay, well, Luann, first of all, there's a lot of them, but Luann. So, and I'm like, you're right. Like that was dumb.
They're good. They're good.
Mind you,
they're good.
They're good. Mind you, oh yeah, there was a million comments on YouTube. Mind you, Luann's situation is a little different because she went from a housewife to a friend because of money. Luann would not sign the contract. Luann's like, excuse me, I am the Countess. And they said, Countess, we'll show you what a Countess you are. We're filming in a week. And she's like, I want more money. And they're like, bitch, we're starting to film. You ain't getting more money. So you're going to be a friend. That's a lot different. Well, yeah, that's a lot different though than we want you.
I know you want to be right. I love our listeners.
No. And I was wrong because technically, but I'm just saying like that's a lot different than shit.
Being demoted.
Right.
And then
right. Like Jackie, I'm sorry.
Okay, now that
you were demoted for
being demoted.
Luann was never demoted. Luann would have been a housewife if she signed the damn fucking paper. And you don't argue with Bravo when they say final offer. There is a difference. I was wrong. I'm not trying to justify I was right.
No, you didn't. You weren't wrong. You said you didn't remember.
Yeah, and there's like Portia. There's a lot of others. I just go on.
Now, so speaking of
Luann and being thrown up on and Dorinda being kicked out of our home 54 below where we go all the time.
Okay. Kristen is very much into the arts, has seen every play. She's, an actress, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I told her the story because she's on this FBI show working 70 hours a week. She's on her way home. And she goes, there's no way that happened. I said, yes, way it did happen. I send her the article about the throwing up. It is probably one of the most disgusting things I ever heard. Now, if I were Luann, we both love Luann. We love Luann. Luann is, I don't know what this is. Hold on.
I don't even love Luann. I wanted marry Luann.
This could be something going. This is my son.
Kim, you either have an
intro. Everybody.
Hello.
This is my son.
You have to get past all the dogs to even be heard.
This is my son. Hold on.
People don't believe.
It's not our fault. Go ahead.
Your camera ready. You could be seen.
Nobody's going to tell what your hair looks like. Sit down for a minute. Sit down till they stop.
Look at how I look.
Sit down. Look how I do it in my pajamas. Oh, nobody could see you. All right. Anyway, so real quick about Luann. He'll calm the dogs down. So Luann gets puked on. She's walking through. She's not on the stage. She's walking through. I read the whole article. Get them to calm down, Chris. All right, he's going to go downstairs. Chris,
it's always good to see you, Chris.
Yeah. No, that the people are going to, when you come back up, I want to show you this. Okay, hold on. It's always nice seeing my son because he doesn't live with me anymore. So I got a kick out of that. He'll calm down now that he goes downstairs. All right.
There's an intruder.
People are going to love it. All right. Back to it. So Luann's walking through clearly because 54 below is small.
Very small.
Somebody pukes on her. Now, what I would have, and I think she's professional, what I would have done was say, listen, guys, would you mind? Let me just take a 5-minute break, go and change, get washed up and have them clean up where they go. But her people jumped up, cleaned her, and she went back on stage with puke on her. Remember, puke doesn't come off the clothes. I honestly, because I have OCD and I'm germaphobe, I would have flipped the fuck out. Went, cleaned up. Lila went and cleaned up and lost my shit. I wouldn't have been mad at the girl. It's not her fault. But there's no way I would have continued on that stage with puke on my clothes. So Preds to you, Luann. And you know, she's very down to earth. She's a good person. Now, Dorinda. I never really liked Dorinda. There was something about her. I met her in person a couple of times. She's messy. She's messy. Very messy. Messy, drunk, slurring. Listen, I get nice. She gets nasty. I saw her. She was dancing in the middle of standing up, dancing, interrupting people, interrupting the show. Then she goes into the corridor and starts fighting with one of the young girls. They're all young there that work. Their manager made them cry. She was escorted out of 54 Below and told never to come back again. Wow, that is an embarrassment.
She says it's not true, Dorinda.
Well, no, because there was witnesses there. There was witnesses. I read the whole thing, and they were like, "Yes, it's true."
And they heard her say something about money. I mean, was that like, "I'm rich.
I don't get paid.
I
don't get paid to be here." Well, okay.
None of us do.
No. So, oh my God. So I think we can get past that, but I just it was in my head because I read all the articles and I just can't believe it. Listen, I get pretty, like we talked about Mastros a couple of times, but never to the point where I'm angry or yelling at people. It's more that I want to be a part of things and I'm happy and I'm getting people up to dance.
And then you just pass out.
Yeah, and then I pass out when I get in the car. But
listen,
that hasn't happened in a long time because I can't take the hangovers.
Luann is a total class act. Apparently,
yeah, she is.
She was just wiped off by her people and kept going.
Yes.
That's a new one. And she does want people to have a good time at her show. Listen, I can't do it now, but I'll have to do my whole Dorinda story at some point too. I've told the Jill Zarin story. I've told the Jennifer Fessler story. Dorinda ended up coming on my podcast when she had a book to promote. So I softened profusely on her when she did that. But her and I have had a very sordid past. I mean, I basically told Dorinda to go fuck herself once.
Yeah, I don't blame
you. She was a fucking cunt to me.
Yeah,
she was a cunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so is Ramona. They really think they are, both of them.
So I don't have the energy. You got me riled up. I don't have the energy to talk about it now. Coming on my podcast has softened me to her a little bit. Granted, that was 2 years ago. What have you done for me lately? I've had a really bad experience with Dorinda. Really
I'm not
bad.
Surprised.
Really
I'm not surprised.
Fucking bad. Clean up your act, girl.
Clean up your act. You are messy, messy, messy.
So at some point, you know what? Let's save that for the fucking live show. At the live show,
yeah. Well, we will.
Somebody stand up and ask and say, David, can you please tell your Dorinda story? I will, or come to the meet and greet. I will tell you all about the problem. I mean, it's a real drawn out story. It involves Teresa Giudice and
I got some big stories about when I went to the one of the premieres. Oh my God. And with Ramona, I got a Ramona story. So we'll tell that. We'll definitely tell that. Let's get back to Jersey.
Let's get back to Jersey.
I thought that was in the news.
Yeah, I know. So there you go. You got me riled up. So come to and by the way, so that's interesting. And yes, Siggy doesn't care. And I also just want to say, I think that's funny that Fessler, that comes out that she fucking hates her. And then she's so scared she's texting Siggy. Siggy doesn't give a shit, Fessler. And listen, I've heard about this Jen Fessler for years. I mean, I think I've met her.